Your work ethic is that of Mr. Potato Head. You have Mr. Potato Head work ethic. It's very bad. I gotta be honest. I gotta tell you straightforward. Your work ethic is no good, and you're not where you want to be because of your work ethic. Let's just be straight. Let's be real. Yo, I had that problem for a long time. I would work, pull back, work, pull back, work, pull back. Work ethic, consistency, and patience. That's it. You master those three, you win the game. Life is a big game if you think about it. Making money is a game. Becoming successful is a game. Being happy in your marriage or relationship is a game. Master the game. Work, patience, consistency. Those three win every game in life that I just mentioned in those categories. You want to make money, what do? Work. Just work. Grind. Grind smart and grind hard. Find out where the funnel is, where the area of opportunity is, right? And there's a void in that industry, whatever industry it is, and grind like no tomorrow. Be patient. You got to wait till it pops because you don't know when your day is coming. You have no idea when your day is coming for when that success is going to come. That's why you got to be patient. So you could plan it. That's why I say when you make plans, God laughs because you plan it. I'm gonna do all the math. I'm gonna be successful here. I'm gonna make $1 million here because this is good. It gets you on track to make that $1 million. But sometimes things happen unexpectedly that you don't expect, and that's why you never hit the million. Unfortunately, your son gets sick. You get in a car accident. You need a new car. Sometimes lack of discipline. Let's throw that in for number 4. Discipline. I'm going to a movie tonight. I'm going to dinner. I'm about to take this new girl out. Damn, I'm gonna go shopping for her. I need to go shopping for me. I need my hair done. I need my nails done. All that adds up. By the time the end of the year comes, or the end of the plan to reach that $1 million, you're 800,000, you're 400,000. Like, wait, what happened to 600,000? You blew it because you weren't disciplined. You weren't patient enough. You weren't disciplined. You blew it. Those 4: patience, discipline, work ethic, and what's the other one I said? Consistency. That's all you need, yo, to win. And there's so many times I've been impatient. My work ethic was always there, but my problem was lack of consistency and lack of patience. Anyone ask you that knows me, I am the most impatient guy you'll ever meet. But it's a game and it's a monster I had to conquer. I conquered it. I learned to be patient. My discipline is unmatched. You have to know your strengths and weaknesses in order to win these games that I'm telling you about. So you got to find out who you are, what your strengths are, and what your weaknesses are. Mine was not work ethic. You just can't outdo me because I came from poverty. I came from nothing. That's my story. You don't know my story. I know my story. So how can you tell me I can't win? I know my story. I know where I came from. I can outwork you. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I can outwork you. I'm not the smartest, but I can outwork you. I'm not the strongest guy in the world, but I can outwork you. I'm going to outwork you. And another thing is resilience. I do not quit. Never. I'll never surrender. I'm a real man. I don't kiss ass. I work. Real man. We don't got a lot of real men left. Got a lot of complainers, whiners, and weenies, and babies that talk. Not real men. They don't want to work. They don't want to put in the pain. You sitting there complaining. And these are your problems. You got to figure out of the 4 I said, consistency, discipline, patience, and work ethic. Which one do you lack? Mine was not work ethic, discipline, and impatience. That was it. And consistency. So as a matter of fact, I had 3 of the problems. One of them I mastered. Slowly, the next one that I started to master was, I would say, discipline. Discipline and work ethic. I mastered the discipline because I would go to the gym, stop, go to the gym, stop. I just noticed I would always do things stop. You go and you stop. You go, and that's most of our problem. You start, do you stop? You start, do you stop? You start, do you stop? And then you complain in between it. Start, complain, stop. Start, complain, stop. Start, complain. Yo, it's not working for me, man. Yo, I can't find a girl, man. Yo, I can't make no money, man. Yo, my movies is not doing well, man. My music not doing well, man. Yo, I can't graduate school, man. It's all these, you start, complain, stop. How about start and then you don't stop till you get it? How about start and then you keep going until you get it? That was my problem. I said, I got it. Because I started seeing people around me that were becoming successful that started when I started. And you take a look at that. When you look at people that made it, that started around where you started, same background, poor, just like you, same neighborhood, same school, they're more successful though. Why? Because they don't stop. That's what it is. These people don't stop. They do not stop. They keep going. And your problem is you start and then you stop. Master consistency. Master outworking them. I told you I started a lot of stuff and then I stopped. I was about to do a clothing company. Started, I stopped. Just pay attention. I started, I stopped. Then I wanted to jump into the wedding game, doing photography and videography for weddings. I started, I stopped. That didn't work. There's a lot of things that started and stopped, but the one thing that I didn't start and stop was film. And that's how I got here. That's how I got these cameras in this environment. That's how I became successful. It's the one thing I didn't start and stop. It's the one thing I started and kept going. And the only time you stop is when they put the dirt on top of you and put you in the grave. And that's how I became successful. So therefore, if I look at my life and analyze it, the only thing I didn't stop is film, and it created all this. So therefore, Yao, keep going and you will get more and more and more. You keep starting and stopping. That's why God's not blessing you. God only blesses those that work. Work without faith, filling it in the comments, is dead. You start and you stop. So I had to master work ethic. I had to master consistency. I mastered those two. The biggest one for me was discipline. Discipline, and patience. I was like, dang, work ethic, consistency, I got it. I don't just start and go to the gym no more and stop. Start, go to the gym no more and stop. I got those two. My work ethic always been there since I was a baby. Hustler, ask about me. And then, well, that's crazy. Ain't that how the song go? Ask, homie, ask about. That's crazy. You could really ask about me. I'm being serious. I've been a hustler since I was in middle school, man. I used to go around the school and ask people for $1. By the time you knew it, at the end of the year, the whole school realized, hold on, he asked me for $1. He asked me for $1 too. He asked me for $1. I had a whole bunch of money. I was out of there. And that hustle and that work ethic came from poverty. That's where my hustle came from. So I used to ask everybody for $1. So that business ethic and that business mind and acumen always came from poverty and hustling. So I've always been a hustler in the grind. I always found a way. You can ask my mom, anybody. Yao will always find a way to win. He hustles. Can't be stopped in that. That's why I say you can't outwork me. And I'll give you a story about that soon. Now, consistency is where I messed up. I mastered work ethic and consistency. Patience, though. I just mastered that. That's why I said it's never too late. I just mastered discipline. And what I mean by discipline is I'm talking about little things like eating sugars and sweets, because I got a sweet tooth. Being disciplined enough to wake up at a certain time. I've always had that, but now doing super early, 5 a.m. I just started within the last year and a half, and I've been slipping recently. I've been doing 6 a.m., 6 a.m., 6:30, right? 6 a.m. I've been waking up, which is, but in the last week, I would say 5 a.m. I'm getting back to it. But I mean, I used to wake up 6 months ago, 5 a.m. and then start working out. Now I'm waking up 6 a.m. and I start working out. Not good. I'm losing the discipline. I got to sharpen that. And that's why I want to be real with y'all. I want to share it with y'all so y'all know where I'm at, so you could be real too, right? This is not no fake fabricated show or I'm just talking to you. I want to let y'all know I'm losing my discipline, but I'm getting it back again. I'm waking up 5 a.m., but I'm working out at 6. I need to get back to where I was waking up 5 a.m., working out 5:15, 5:30. I'm getting there. So we can get there. You know, you're going to falter with your discipline, but you got to stay sharp. As long as it's consistent, you'll get there. And then the last one is the patience. I was very impatient. I think most entrepreneurs are very impatient. They just don't want to wait. You know what I mean? But that can hurt you. That can really, 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 really hurt you, man, if you're impatient, because you'll walk away from situations in which you would have won if you were patient. If you're patient enough, you can win. If you're patient enough, you can be happy in your marriage. If you're patient enough, you can be happy in your relationship. If you're patient enough, the job will get better. But at the same time, don't be a dummy. You have to know when to call it quits. You got to know when to hang up that relationship, when to walk away from that job that does not value you. We got to do an episode on that. Can I talk? Somebody give me that hand, that applaud in the comments. Can I talk? We got to talk about value. You got to know if the job doesn't value me, I got to walk away at a certain point. This friendship doesn't benefit me anymore. I got to walk away at a certain point. This relationship doesn't benefit me anymore. I got to walk away at a certain point. You see what I'm saying? So there's certain time you have to be smart as well and know when to stop. Warren Buffett said something, not verbatim, I'll quote verbatim, but he said, sometimes your lack of success comes from not your work ethic, not being impatient, not the consistency, not the discipline, the lack of work, and just being smart. The lack of work ethic comes from you just implementing and utilizing these skill sets in the wrong area. So maybe you're not supposed to do fashion. You're supposed to go to the medical field. Maybe you're not supposed to go to the medical field. You're supposed to be an attorney. Maybe you're not supposed to be any of those. You're supposed to be creative. But you're utilizing your energy towards something that doesn't serve you or you just can't excel in. So you have to know. So going back to what I said, clothing company, photography. I was spreading myself too thin trying to do so many things because I finally made money off of what? Film. So when I got the film money, I started doing photography businesses, clothing. I'm like, I can make more money if I do photography because I get fly. I know how to get fly. No, you don't just jump around and think you're going to become successful. You got to stay in it. Patience. You see what I'm saying? You got to be able to say, I'm going to start this and I'm not going to stop. I have to be patient. You got to be that sniper. What are the characteristics that a sniper has that a lot of us lack? The reason why snipers are such special people. United States sniper. They got a United States sniper. United States sniper can sit there and he can wait 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, 24 hours. A sniper does not move. He waits. And a sniper waits. He waits. He doesn't use the restroom because he knows he move, he may miss an opportunity. A sniper will defecate and urinate on himself. Research if I'm lying. Defecate and urinate on himself until he sees opportunity. He takes it. It just takes one. Versus the man that's impatient comes in with the gun. He's shooting all over the and hits nothing. Sniper just need one bullet. He waits. 72 hours. The sniper waits. He pulls the trigger. Mission accomplished. Be that sniper. Be patient. Be disciplined enough to be that sniper. That work ethic, unmatched. You got to have that work ethic that's unmatched, man. And these are the 4 problems that most of us have. Work ethic. I'll give you a story where my work ethic came into play. Who wants it more? Because that's what it come down to. And a lot of us are complaining about the life that we want and don't have, the girl we want, the guy we want, the money we want, the places we want to travel and things we want to do. I want a bigger house. I want this. You complaining, but the work ethic you're putting forth is garbage. You giving 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, and you want what those that put blood, sweat, and tears have, and you're not willing to give 120, and they give it 120 every day. And when they get asked, yeah, what are you going to give tomorrow? I don't know. I might give 140. I don't get tired because I'm hustling for someone else. The problem is your hustling, your work ethic is so low because you're still hustling for yourself. Go against a man or woman that has kids. You won't win. A single woman, a single man will not win against a man that has kids or a woman that has kids. Why? Because a hustle changed. A hustle is for her kids now. It's for his kids. I got 2 daughters. My hustle's different. Come against me if you single. Stand toe-to-toe with me. You're not going to win. It's not going to work. You a single man, you think you're going to out-compete me and outwork me? No. You got to be willing to die to beat me. You got to be willing to die. You got to go toe-to-toe, blow for blow, and be willing to die. Any man that comes against me, I don't go around, I'm going through you. You will not beat me because my hustle is not for me. It's for my kids now. So you can't compete with me. Fight against a married man. Go toe-to-toe with a married man and try to outcompete him. You won't beat him. His hustle is not for himself. You still hustling because you want to stunt on Instagram, show your vacations off. My hustle is greater than yours because I'm not hustling for myself. Once your work ethic and your hustle is for someone else, change your mentality, change your hustle for someone else. Start doing it for your mom, for your little sister. Start doing it for your daughters, for your sons, for your husband, for your wife. Watch how your hustle change. That's what a real beast comes out in the last 2 minutes. Championship rounds, the last 2 rounds. A beast doesn't come out in first, second, and third round because everybody's warmed. Everybody's ready to go. You find out who the champion is in the darkness. Champions are crowned in the darkness when no one is watching. When it gets difficult, when it gets dark, that's when a champion is crowned. He's only recognized in the light. I didn't become champion in the light. It's in the darkness when no one's watching. When I was studying film, when I was watching those movies. I'm going to the movies tomorrow. I might go to the movies tonight and then go back tomorrow because I love film and I study it and I got a film coming up. I'm constantly on the grind. I'm constantly working. I'm constantly growing my business. I am not stopping because the hustle is not for me. It's for someone else. Work ethic. That's the work ethic I'm talking about. That's the patience I'm talking about, the patience of a sniper. I'll give you a quick story. When I was in college, I was doing physics 2. It's a nice little message. Physics 2 was very difficult for me, man, very difficult. Those that did physics 2 probably attest to this. My brother passed with flying colors, my older brother. Academia was always difficult for me. I was a B student, A student, always back and forth. I got a few A's, 2 B's. That was always me. My brother and sister flying A's. I just didn't get it. I'm like, damn, these people don't even study like that. How do they get that? But the work ethic can make you outperform someone that is just talented. Effort can make you surpass someone that's just talented. Let's give another example. Zab Judah and Floyd Mayweather. Zab is talented. Floyd was talented and worked. That's why Floyd is where he is and Zab is where he is. Both successful, but Floyd went further in my belief because he worked more than Zab. He outperformed. I heard Floyd used to come from the clubs and go running after the clubs. I heard Zab was a big time party guy, hustling all the time. That work ethic wasn't behind Zab Judah, but it was with Floyd. And I love Zab Judah. Anyone knows, I love Floyd Mayweather. I love them in terms of who they were in the boxing, the sport of boxing. I love both of them, but I really believe because of that. And Zab may say differently. I don't know his personal life, but from what I understand and outside looking in, Floyd was able to go further in his career, not just because of opportunity, because he outworked everyone. So going back to my story, I wasn't the best at physics too. And I had to do my prerequisites for the medical field, to become pre-med. I was on pre-med track to be a doctor en route to be a physician. And I knew I would not pass this class because when you're doing pre-med, you need at least a B to really kind of qualify for these certain colleges and medical schools. C is not going to work. You need at least a B. So I said, damn, I got to get at least a B and A in this class. And I'm borderline C. I'm getting like a 78. Yo, this is so hard, this class, dude. The only way to get these 2-3 more points to get up in the 80s is considered a B. I got to outwork them. One day an opportunity came. And this is why I said you got to be ready because you don't know when the opportunity is going to come. Opportunity came and the teacher said, hey guys, what we're going to start doing, because we saw the class average is kind of low. To raise the class average, I'm going to start doing some extra credit. So anybody that comes in early enough before class starts and puts the extra credit on the board will get extra credit. You just got to be here early enough. Well, class starts at 9 a.m. So what do? I'm going to be here 8:30. When I get there 8:30, I walk into class, I'm ready. Someone beat me to it and the extra credit's already on the board. Damn, someone beat me. Rats. Okay. Well, I got to wait till next week. I wait next week. I said, I'm going to get there 7 a.m. Nobody coming there 7 a.m. I get to 7 a.m. Guess what happens? Someone beat me to it and the extra credits on the board. So first it started out with 4 people. 8:30 came, it was 4 people. 7 a.m. came, it was 2 people. I said, damn, there's 2 extra credits. It's no holds bar. There's no limitation. If you come in first, you can put up both extra credits and get both points. You get like 2 points. So I'm like, all right, these 2 people beat me. But as it got earlier, then less people would show up because of the discipline and the work ethic. People are tired, they're sleeping, they don't want to go that far. So I said, if you're 2 people here at 7 a.m., I know no one's going to be here at what time? Not 6 a.m. I'm not taking no chances. This semester's almost over. I need a B. I'm coming to the school at 5 a.m. when the janitors is out. You heard me? The janitors is not even in the school. The good thing is the doors to the school's unlocked. I got there, 1 janitor in the school. The lights are not even on. It's pitch dark. I use my cell phone light to put the extra credit on the board, and I sit there for 4 hours until class starts. People start trickling in at 8:45, ready to do the extra credit. The girls that were competing with me, that came at 7 a.m. walked in 7 a.m. and realized the question's already there. So therefore, they wasted their time coming that early, 2 hours before class, because it started at 9, and realized Yao beat us. This guy's here at 5 a.m. He's retarded. This guy is mentally off. How did you come at 5 a.m.? What kind of guy is this? You can't beat me. Because where I came from, I'm not trying to go back. I'm running away from my past, that darkness, the poverty I came from. You were okay. You were born with a silver spoon. You came up in a household where your mom and dad is there for you, where you're getting college paid for. I'm privileged. It's a privilege to be here. I'm lucky to be here. You're not going to beat me. I got too much to lose. I'm trying to become extremely successful to go save the people that are in my past. You just doing it to go to college, and you ain't the first one to go to college in your family. You got 5, 6 people that went to college. I'm one of the first. My mom went to college, and then it's me and my brother. We one of the first. I got to make it happen. 5 a.m. I'm there. I beat them. I graduated with a B. I passed physics too, ladies and gentlemen. I passed. Work ethic. That work ethic carried on. When I do my films, they'll tell you about me. One guy told me, I never forget, he looked at me in the eyes and said, yeah, all jokes aside, seriously, are you on drugs? So what do you mean? He said, I've never seen someone stay up for 48 hours without sleeping. Never seen that. Never seen that. I've never seen someone stay up for 48 hours without sleeping. Another film I did, one guy said this guy literally stayed up for 72 hours, no sleep. Now, the con to that is I ended up getting sick. Every film I do, I get sick. Anyone will tell you, I always get the flu or cold because the immune system needs rest, so on and so forth. But I'm just so high on life. My work ethic is unmatched because I'm hungry for that success. I go 72 hours, no sleep because I cannot wait to film and hit record on the camera. I've had cameramen get sick from staying up so long. I take the camera from them and I do the job. You have to compete. Your problem is you're too afraid to complete. Compete. Be disciplined. Be patient. Work hard, your work ethic, and be consistent, and you'll win. The 4 pillars, and you will win. But you got to master all 4, or one of them will catch up to you. I'm like the final pillar, the final one. I beat discipline. I beat patience. I beat consistency. I beat those monsters. I beat them. And work ethic. Right now, mine is just consistency. If I can stay consistent, which I will not lose this battle. God gonna open the door for me. And he's gonna open the door for you. Keep going. Keep hustling. Beat those 4 pillars. And I'll see you at the top. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with someone that needs to hear this. And I'll see you in the next episode of Message Delivered. Close the books on it. We out.